Good morning, Alexey. How are you?
Good morning. How you doing?
Great. Thank you so much. And welcome to the Congo Square Connection website. You were born and reared in Cuba, where you started studying music at a very young age. Will you tell us about your background as well as what brought you to New Orleans?
Okay. Yes. My name is Alexey Marti. I'm born and raised in Cuba, Havana, Cuba. I started playing. I started playing music when I was around 7 years old in my grandmother's house with religious purpose. Because my house, grandmother's house, we practice in the Yoruba religion. People call it Santeria. Um, so it's African religion. And I remember long days, people playing drum, my uncles, my auntie playing, singing, doing ceremony. So that's how I got introduced to the music world, particularly percussion. Because I played congas, timbales, bata, drums, and. So that was how I started. That's how it was. My uncle introduced me. In the beginning was, look at you, the kid. When I grew up, like, hey, go ahead, you have to play. So that's how I become introduced to the music in general. In my grandmother's house, everybody played instruments. My uncle played drums. My auntie played guitar. So, so I grew up like that. I went to the school like everybody else, regular school. I was an athlete. I practiced in a lot of sport. And later on, I decided to become professional. So I finished high school, my mom told me, "You want to be a musician? It's okay, but you have to finish school." So I finished school. I finished high school. In Cuba, the system is different. So you can finish high school. You already can learn a profession to do. Like it. So I decided to practice in drum by my own. But a few blocks away from my house, a famous singer, percussionist, lived there, Oscar Bade. He was a member of Irakere. Irakere is the most famous Latin jazz band ever. Chucho Valdez, the piano player, was the creator, the director. So my teacher was a singer from the band, master percussion. So I started taking classes with him, like very high level class, like spending 8 hours a day practicing the drum every single day from 9 in the morning, 5 p.m. practicing drum, just very severe, very hard teacher. So you cannot mess around with him. You cannot waste his time. So that's the way I become very good playing drums, because I spent almost my youth practicing 10, sometimes 12 hours a day for many years. And later on, I tried to go to the music school. And when I went to the music school, they told me that I wasn't qualified to be in the music school. So I wasn't able to go to the music school, but I learned music for my own. Later on, I was able to start being professional. So I learned everything by my own, for myself. And when I record better several albums in Cuba, I played with many people over there. So when I moved to the United States 15 years ago, I went to UNO. So UNO, I received a lot of class. I was introduced to jazz, so I learned piano. So I practiced piano like crazy too, because I was practicing. I used to go, at 6 in the morning before the school opened, when the people who clean the floor. I used to go that time. so I can get to the piano. So I practice the piano from that time, 6 or 7 in the morning to 9 when the classes start. Later in lunch, and I have more class to 3 p.m. I was practicing piano from 12 to 3. And after class, I used to stay there, keep practicing before the last bus leave. I'm never gonna forget the 55 bus, the Listen Phil. So that was my career like that, practicing discipline to try to become a better musician. But that's how that's my little bit who I am.
Well, it paid off because now you're an award-winning performer. Yeah, you have your own band.
Yes.
And you're a composer. And I even saw movie credits or film credits
Yes.
for your work. That's phenomenal.
Thank you.
What relationships or connections do you see between the music from your home, Cuba, and what you found in New Orleans?
First of all, when the people talk about New Orleans, they are always trying to find the connection only musically. We must understand the New Orleans and Cuba and many places in the Caribbean. You have to first talk about the spirit. We are a very religious place, like New Orleans. The history of New Orleans is religion too. So both places are very spiritual places. So what I mean with that is like, and musically, remember, back in the day, when I say back in the day, in the 50s and the 40s, they used to have a New Orleans mambo.
Right.
It's a groove or a flavor. Mambo was a rhythm created by a Cuban guy in Mexico, Pérez Prado. In the 30s and the 40s, mambo become worldwide famous groove. Mambo, que rico mambo. Remember that? You never heard that song before?
Yes, I have.
So this is the rhythm that you always gonna. You hear?
I didn't hear it. Somehow I didn't hear the drum. Now I hear it now.
So.
It goes away.
Oh, wow.
I hear that, but when you play together, I don't hear it. I don't hear it.
That's weird.
It is very weird. I don't understand that.
So mambo, that was a rhythm, a Cuban rhythm created by a Cuban guy in Mexico. It's a big band, very hot beat music, very popular. So Cuba always have been influencing American music in many ways. I can show you many songs that you can hear is Cuban music, like a Ray Charles did, Nat King Cole did, Elvis Presley, the Beatles. Always Cuban music has been part of the American music, like they come together. And it's very similar because we have, for example, here you have the second line. In Cuba, we have a movement calling conga. It's a rhythm, Santiago de Cuba. Santiago de Cuba is one of the east places in Cuba, close to Guantanamo. Over there, they have similar thing like here. Second line and conga is the same thing. People dancing behind the groove. People in Cuba is just a Chinese, in Santiago de Cuba is Chinese cornet and people playing drum, singing, calling response, calling response, calling response, and people dancing around the whole town. When you see those things, it's like, wow, it's heavy, like here, you know? And remember, it's the same people. We are the same people, but they put us in different room. You know, they brought us here. They dropped one part here, little bit here, little bit here. even we are speaking different language, but we are the same people.
Yes,
We like the same thing. We
I
like
agree.
rice, we like chicken, we like beef, soup. we, we
Those
like
are other
all.
connections. Yes, you're making
Yeah,
more, beyond the music. You
yes,
mentioned that Cuban music influenced American music. Can you
yes.
talk about Cuban music itself? What is it? And where did it come from? What is it?
Wow. Well, like Cuba, Cuba music is a mix of Spain and Africa. That is what Cuban music is. You know, the harmony in the music coming from Spain, and the drum, of course, from Africa. Particularly Cuba. Cuba is one of the countries with most rhythms, well known. When you play Cuban music, it's too many rhythms you have to learn. Mozambique, cha-cha-cha, son, guaracha, rumba, palo, danzón, danzonete, pilón, songo.
It's
Look at how
complex.
many rhythms I just already told you. I give you more than 10.
Yes, yes, yes.
So you have to learn those things. And it's not only for one drum. When you
That's
learn
right.
a thing, you learn it from to the conga, timbales, and bongo. On top of that, we heritage one of the most powerful instruments from Africa, from Nigeria, bata. Bata drums. It's the one that you play by for the side.
Side to side, yes.
There are three of them. Okonkolo, Iya, y Totele. Son, mother, and father. They are very complex.
Yes.
Those people were so beyond, so far away. It's so complex. It's like the song never improvised. The song always said the click. The mother asked, the father answer. That's how the drums in Africa works. And in Cuba, we got that rhythm, those three drums. Nobody else had those drums. Only in Cuba, we got those drums, and in Africa. And we, Cuban people, start teaching people around the world how this works. Because in Cuba, having a lot of things with the slavery, in Cuba, the first preacher, king from Nigeria, died in Cuba. He was slave too. And the slavery in Cuba paid for his freedom. Because it's another story for another moment. But in Cuba, we heritage a lot from Africa. We always been proud to have Africa in our roots. Remember the song Babalu? Remember that song?
Yes.
Well,
yes.
Babalu, you know who Babalu is. But we always been proud of being related to Africa.
That's wonderful. You mentioned something early on. You said something about when you're playing the bata, it's not improvised, referring to the longevity, the continuity of culture, and that this is something that's been passed on for generations to generations, centuries.
Yes, and yes, bata is it's very complex instrument, and it's beautiful, but it's give you very knowledge, like how you have to be alive. You cannot be by yourself. It's a family.
Yes.
A mother in the middle, in the center, a key to the side, your father to the side. Because the mother is the big one, So when the mother ask, the father answer.
Yes.
And it's a beautiful music. It's like a symphony when you play those instruments.
This makes me think of the rhythmic patterns that are so fundamental to New Orleans music. You call it the tresillo. I know I'm not pronouncing it correctly. Some people call it the bambula rhythm, the street rhythm, the parade rhythm. can you talk about the continuity of those rhythmic patterns too, from Africa to the Caribbean and then to New Orleans, which is really a part of the Caribbean in some sense?
Well, one more time, your question is?
The tercio, T-R-E-S-I-L.
Yeah, tresillo.
Yes.
Tresillo.
Yes.
Yeah, can, da da da, da da da. Those type of the wait, hold on, somebody is doing somebody. So hello? Oh, okay.
Yes, I'm here.
So those crazy call, the people calling you spam, those kind of.
Yes, yes.
So yeah, people call him bambula because the real they call it bambula. Like we was talking earlier today.
Yes.
Bambula. It's an African name. B-M bambula.
That's true.
Drum, trombone, trompeta. Those are African names. You can see the Bantu on it. And so those rhythm is nothing more like African. It's an African rhythm. You know, what I can tell you, this is African rhythms. Look at people here calling, according generation to generation, say, hey, play bambula. You know, but the same rhythm in another country, the Caribbean, they will call that name different.
Yes, but the rhythm is the same. It's just the name is different. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, yes. The rhythm the same, but they call it different.
Yes.
You know, if you call it here about, for example, if the bambula can be in another place, can be soca, or can be
Should it be bomba?
No, bomba is bomba from Puerto Rico. No, here they call him bambula. I'm thinking on Trinidad and Tobago. They call him what's in my mind right now? My thought.
Yeah, I know.
Well, I'll let you know later. I know.
Okay. But that's great.
Those real art we share the same, too many similarities musically. Even when you start writing songs, I know that you play with the big 4, 1, 2, 3, on 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. You're always gonna feel that in a drum. This is the Q and clave. Every music that we do in Cuba, we play by that pattern, clave.
Wonderful.
Everything that we write is thinking that pattern. And clave, and clave, you know, is in code. So we play by that code, you know.
Yes.
And it's a I would have this. The mystery and it's incredible when you analyze the substance, the thing the African people, the beautiful thing that we heritage from Black people from Africa is you don't have idea how incredible it is. Sometimes I think that people don't really appreciate how incredible it is to have African heritage. Because what they brought to us, they give you soul. They give you soul. They pay with the blow. With the blow, they pay with their body, with the suffering, with the happiness that we have today. when about culture musically. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, I do know.
They died, but they gave you like take it.
Yes, yes,
So
yes.
it's my duty, in my own language, it's my duty to keep passing the message to the youngest. Like if you go into my album Mundo, the last album that I did, I wrote a piece for different part of the planet, different country. I got a song where I got New Orleans, Brazil, and Cuba at the same time in one song. You can hear, oh wait, I can feel New Orleans here. Oh, I can hear Brazil. Oh, look at Cuba. So I got another song that did just Brazil and United States, R&B mixing with bossa nova or samba. I got another song that you can hear is Cuba, straight New York sound when the 40 and the 50. I did another song for Haiti with, you can hear it's a compa music, straight Haiti music. I did another one from Spain, flamenco. I did another song like a straight jazz, New Orleans or New York time. I wrote a ballad, like giving like old French sound. So I was trying to travel. I was putting my mind traveling around on the time to put different pieces. So when you go into the album, you was like a navigator on time and like different time. It's what I learned, you know. I was trying to, as a writer, producer, I'm sorry. I was trying to do that, you know. So it's not me, it's just like the message that I had to do to enjoy, because sometimes we, like I say, we really sometimes we don't really appreciate our culture, how beautiful, how strong it is.
That's
You know?
wonderful. Thank you so much for the diligence and the study that goes into
Yes,
that for making those connections.
yes,
You know, it
yes,
really takes a lot. It takes a lot of insight, a lot of
yes,
skill, a lot of skill and
yes,
knowledge.
yes, because one of the things that I would say to people is like, I spend hours, hours studying, listening to some music, trying to find out what is the pattern, where this pattern coming from. Let's go back. This asking my, for example, when I had to do something with the Brazilian music, I called my friend who is he lives in Brazil, he's a Brazilian guy. And we start talking. Man, when this rhythm was created, how this rhythm become in the scene, the musical scene, and we start discussing back and forth about it. So he teach me about it. I teach him what I know about Cuba. So we start creating like the connection, the relation
Yes, yes.
between. So when I go into the music, I already got a background that I can work with because I already know what he's playing me, how it didn't have to sound like. But at the same time, I said, oh, look at what this pattern here. Oh, in New Orleans, they have this thing. Huh, how is it possible? They're so far away. So people have the same relationship. We have something in common
Yes,
because we was the same people they put in different places.
you're right. You're right. And the research is what it makes you different because you're conducting the research to find that out and to find
Exactly.
out how. Yes.
Exactly.
Thank you so much. You are a treasure to us. You're very different because
No.
your method and your strategy is so unique and so needed. So
Yes,
thank you for your
but
work.
by the way, I released my new single. It's called "I Like the Way," and when you hear that song, it's gonna sound like a reggaeton, but it's not. Even it sounds like a reggaeton. On the knee of the song is a compa pattern, Haitian. At the same time, I put a drum from Haiti, from Dominican Republic, tambora,
Oh, wow.
when they
Okay.
play merengue. So every time I give you something, it's something on the knee,
Yes, yes, yes.
you know.
So do you travel to all of these places and study in these different locations?
No. But when I go on tour or play somewhere else,
I see.
I got friends like asking. But we got technology. We can call each other.
Yes.
Hey, how
Yeah.
you doing? Hey, tell me about this. Hey, I got this book. Read this article. Or
Okay.
watch this video. It's
That's
very
wonderful.
important. Watching this guy, read the guy who played this. So we learn from musicians too.
Yes.
That's a good thing.
Collaborations. You're
Exactly,
collaborating with other people.
exactly.
That's wonderful. And
So
I hope that this website and your interview will bring more collaborations and more people to become familiar
yes.
with your work.
Yeah, I'm glad that you're doing this because it's a beautiful thing. Because you make people more people gonna have more knowledge
Yeah,
about
aware of, yeah,
awareness about African heritage in one of the most important places in the United States. It's
yes,
Congo Square. You
yes,
know, I'm sometimes I got pissed because that place they serve better. That place they serve better.
yeah, yes,
I don't understand why that building behind is not open in the way it had to be. I don't understand. I know it's beyond us.
yeah,
It's something bigger than us, but we as a community, we have to do something. We have to push the people who we elect to
mhm.
take care of that place because that place is a sacred place.